All right, so I'm going to be going over the worst takes in the UFC today. And I mean worst, these are absolutely horrible takes. Like, if you believe in one of these takes, and you are like the definition of a literal, like, you're below a casual, because there are casuals, but you are below that. Like, you should stop watching MMA, or no, you should stop debating MMA, because you will never win a debate. You have no knowledge, and I'm going to be going over all of those to hopefully. All right, for the first absolutely horrible take that some people actually believe is that Sean O'Malley won the fight against Merab. That is, like, you are so ignorant if you think that happened, and you don't know how MMA works. You don't know what grappling is, and you should go watch boxing because you don't respect the sport that you're watching. Obviously, that was a 50-45, at best 49-46, at best. There was one close round that could have gone either way. If you want to give it to Sean, whatever. All that matters is Merab won that fight, and it wasn't even close. Everyone knows that if you actually know MMA. The people know that, but the people who are casuals, who are those sugar glazers, we all know there's sugar glazers everywhere, but even most of the sugar glazers know Merab won the fight. But there's still a few of you who actually are trying to convince yourself that Sean O'Malley won that fight. People like Guro say that. You do not want to follow Guro. Guro does not respect the game of MMA. He's a casual. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. He's not a casual, so I'm saying, but he does not understand. Sometimes he makes me think that because he has some horrible takes. But that's besides the point. People get brainwashed by him. People get brainwashed just by Suga's hair. You don't win a round when you land one good shot. People have to understand that. They got brainwashed when Sean landed like one good jab to Merab in the first round. They completely forget when Merab took him down and was just beating him up the whole round. Round 5, they think Sean won the round because he hit him with a body kick and it might have hurt Merab. Okay, well, are we going to forget what happened the other 3 minutes before that? I guess we're just forgetting that. He did one thing the entire round, and you give him that. That's not how a fight works. People got to understand that. Merab is a way better fighter. He gets Dana White privilege. That's the only reason he was even there, and apparently he's getting it even more because apparently they're going to give him a rematch and rob Umar of that, and Umar would kill him too. So there's just too many. The second horrible take. And let me just address this real quick. It's not horrible if you think Max Holloway wins. It's horrible if you say Max Holloway destroys him, fraud checks Ilya, kills him, murders him, Maxpo, whatever he wants. There are some people who think that, and you guys, you make it very obvious that you just don't watch MMA. Like, when you say that, I can tell that you never watched a prelim fight before. You only watch the big time. You literally only watch main events and co-main events on a very laggy streamies because you don't understand how it makes, and you do not watch MMA. And you use emotion for picks, but don't actually understand how MMA works. Obviously, Max is a great fighter, but he's not going to win that fight. Let's be real. Now, that is for another video. He could win the fight, but people say Max knocks him out, which is, everyone knows that's not going to happen. I mean, almost everyone. But for those few people who don't, this is a good video for you to watch. Obviously, Ilya, they're never going to give respect to those guys that I'm talking to right now. You do not respect Ilya at all. You don't understand who Ilya is, and you make excuses for every fight like a common casual. Ilya Topuria is probably a better boxer than Max, at least a pure boxer. Max is a great boxer, but he doesn't have as much skill. Like, Ilya is a more skilled boxer, more talented boxer. He also has a good grappling game, and he just walks you down and chins you. And that's probably what Ilya's into the Max. But if not, I could see Max put in a little competitive and go a distance, but I doubt it. But there's just some people that say Max kills Ilya and want to be competitive, and those are just the worst. The next horrible take, this is my least favorite take. This is a similar to Merab and Sean O'Malley take. When everyone, 3 months ago back, and everyone was saying Suga knocks Merab out in the first round because y'all were brainwashed, and I debated people, because this is my favorite debate, Merab and Sean, for months, about how Merab kills Suga. And he did exactly what he said he was going to do. The same thing is going to happen. I'm going to be debating people. I'm going to be talking about this fight for months, Bilal and Shafkat. How Bilal mauls Shafkat. It won't even be close. And you doubted me then. There's still going to be people doubting me now because everyone calls me a casual. And it's going to, I don't know what it's going to take to prove y'all that I know ball. I know what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I am your guy. And this video will help you. And I'm telling you, right now, Shafkat is the biggest aura merchant on the planet. I'm telling you right now. He's a good fighter, but he is so over. He's the most overrated fighter in the UFC by far. And I'm going to explain to you. These are for the people who don't watch UFC. They just watch highlights and they get blinded by, and they watch edits of Shavkat because he looks scary. He's undefeated and all that. I'm going to give you a whole description about him. He's a good fighter. He's a great striker, but he's a good scrapper, but he takes way too much damage. We saw it in the Jeff Neal fight. He was getting pieced up by Jeff Neal, who's the number 12 contender. That is not very good compared to someone like a top 5 guy, which he has not fought. He's not even fought a top 10 guy. His best win is against a 40-year-old Stephen Thompson with no wrestling. And he went 1 for 8 for takedowns. He's a very overrated grappler. He's a good grappler once he gets you to the ground, but he's not the best at taking you down. And I don't see him taking someone like Bilal down if you took you so long to take Thompson down. And yeah, takes too much damage. He has a little bit of cardio issue. We have seen him fatigue in the 3rd round, for instance, the Jeff Neal fight. He gets cut a lot, he gets hit a lot, and he gets tired. He seems like, he does have good takedown defense, but it's easy to take someone down when they're tired and exhausted and fatigued. And someone like Bilal feeds on that. He is a pressured fighter, fights on the front foot, and he gets no respect because he has no aura. But you guys need to know that those are the casuals of the sport. There are some of you guys who are watching this video who do understand what I'm talking about. They know what an aura merchant is, and they know someone who doesn't get respect, but is like arguably one of the best fighters in the UFC. Bilal is more well-rounded. He's a better boxer, whether you like it or not. They're similar in striking, but I mean, Shavkat's gonna be too tired to strike with him after. Bilal's just gonna be on the front foot, outboxing him, piecing him up, and because Shavkat just relies on head movement, he's gonna get taken down because he's gonna be too tired to defend the takedown. He's just gonna get bullied for 5 rounds, just like Merab Deshawn. I'm telling you right now, that is what's gonna happen. He's the most overrated. The last horrible take, we have Alex Pereira being a heavyweight champ. He's a great fighter, very overrated because a lot of fans. This is the best fighter I've ever won this video. He's probably the best striker. No, he's not the best striker. He's the 2nd best striker, only behind his father Izzy, in the UFC. But he has terrible grappling, and people also don't understand the difference between MMA boxing and real boxing. That's for another video. But let's look at the John and Tom fight. Pereira moves up to John. I think most people know John wins this, but there's actually like 2% of people who think Pereira knocks out John. You all are absolutely ridiculous. If that fight were to ever happen, John takes him down instantly. It's Cyril Gane all over again. Next fight, also John has a great chin. It's hard to hit him. Next fight, this would go even worse for John. Tom Aspinall wins. Now, this is hard to say. A lot of casuals say this, but you would not be wrong if you say Tom wins in the 1st round by whatever he wants against Pereira, because he does. He's very quick. He slips in with the 1-2, and Pereira is way slower than him. He's not going to have time to react to it. He's going to get hit with someone with his power. He's either going to get knocked out, or Tom will just take him down and submit him, because this guy submitted guys like Volkov and Odrosky, 2 Russian Dagestanian fighters. Way too dangerous, and yeah, he just has no chance of moving up to heavyweight. Some people think he's a double champ because they get blinded by his early success, but he's very overrated. Still a very good fighter, but he will never be. That is going to wrap it up for this video. I really hope that this helped you. This was really a video for all the casuals who really just watch main events on a very laggy network, who don't actually understand anything about fighting. Probably pissed you off. I know it does, but I hope you actually took this video into account and was educated. And I'll be back for Friday with my prediction video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. Y'all have been great.